So I'm currently broke on the Donut SMP, and that ends today. So I'm going to be testing the top 10 best money making methods to hopefully become one of the richest players on the server. Alright, so for the first method, we're going to be selling armor stands on the auction house. So pretty much we just need some smooth stone and sticks in order to craft armor stands, and the armor stands are primarily used in traps. So if we sell those on the auction house for a lot of money, people that are rich will buy them and then make a trap out of them. So let's go ahead and just chop some wood for sticks. Okay, there we go. We got plenty of logs right here. We got 27 logs. And now all we need to do is get smooth stone. So the way to get it is to either mine cobblestone right here and smelt it into normal stone and smelt the normal stone into smooth stone. Or if you have a silk touch pickaxe, which I do not, you just mine the stone and smelt it. Okay, so now that the smooth stone is done smelting, we can go ahead and craft it all into slabs right here. And then turn the oak logs into sticks. So I'll just turn all of these into sticks. Okay, so now we go ahead and craft the armor stands just like this. So I got 16 and 4 extra. So a stack of 16 usually goes for around 10 to 20k. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell this for 9.5k. Just like that. And then I'll sell this for 3k probably. So 3k just like that, and let's wait for these to sell. Okay, so there we go, the first one actually sold. Also, there we go, there's our stack of 16 of armor stands that just sold for 9.5k. Okay, so for our second money making method, you just want to find a mine shaft in a cave, sort of like this one, just a big open cave that will have a mine shaft in it. And all you want to do is get some shears and go ahead and just mine the cobwebs, because a stack of cobwebs sell for around 100k because they're used a lot in PvP. So all you want to do is just mine the cobwebs, get around a stack or maybe 2 stacks, and just sell them on the auction house for around 100k each stack. Okay, so I got around a stack and 9 cobwebs, and I'm gonna go ahead and sell these cobwebs for around 85k on the auction house, and let's see if they sell. I'm gonna also sell these 9 for around 2.5k, and hopefully they sell pretty quick. And there we go, my cobwebs have sold right there for 85k. Let's go. Now for our next money making method, this is probably the easiest one in this entire video, and all you have to do is come over here to the store on the Donut SMP spawn, come over to the common crate, and by the time you've done a few money making methods, or at least played on the server just a little bit, you'll probably have a few keys for the common crate, and all you have to do is just open it and get a few stuff with the amount of keys you have, and pretty much just auction them all off on the auction house. I'll just do 9.9, see if that sells, and then let's see how much the diamond pickaxe is. 15k, 11.5k, boom. So literally I did absolutely nothing for these keys. All I did was just play on the server for a little bit, and I'm pretty much just gonna get free money because I listed them all in the auction house instead of actually using them. And boom, somebody literally just bought the leggings and the pickaxe for 9.9k and 11.5k. Now for the next money making method, all you have to do is type /orders inside the chat, and you can see a bunch of orders that people have ordered stuff. So you can see that this guy wants some netherite ingots, and he'll pay 160,000 for each. Now you just want to find something that is like very easy to get, such as like a shulker box or maybe this basalt right here. So I'm gonna just keep going and see if I find anything good. Okay, so you can see right here, this guy has $860 per shulker box, and if we go to the /shop, you can see a shulker box is 800, so you make $60 profit per one. So literally all we have to do is just buy all these shulker boxes, do /order shulker, go ahead, deliver him all these shulker boxes, and now that it is delivering, and boom, we just made an extra, I don't even know, I'll put it up screen how much we made, but we just made a ton of extra money just by delivering this guy's shulker boxes for more expensive than they are actually on the store. So if you're very lazy like me, I would do this one because all you have to do is just buy from the shop and resell it for higher. Alright, so now for the 5th money making method on this list, we are going to be getting sand and gunpowder in order to make TNT, and going back on the orders page and selling TNT for $500 a piece to make tons of money. So the first thing we're going to do is come to the common crate at the spawn, go ahead and grab ourselves an efficiency 3 diamond shovel. Then we're going to simply RTP until we find a bunch of sand. Perfect, here we go. There's some sand right over here. So now what we're going to do with the sand is just mine until we get around 5 stacks of sand, and then we're going to sell it on /orders, or we're going to just sell it with /sell. Okay, so now that we've got around 5 stacks, we're gonna go ahead and go on /orders, sand. We're gonna go ahead and look for the highest paying price. So this guy right here, 52.1. And go ahead and toss all our sand into here. Confirm delivery, and we should get a good amount. Okay, 18,000. That is a lot of money, but we're not done yet. Because if we go onto the auction house and look up gunpowder, 4K, perfect. We're gonna go ahead and buy that. And now we're gonna mine a bit more sand in order to craft it into TNT. Okay, now that we got around 2 stacks of sand and 1 stack of gunpowder, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of wood. Okay, so now that we have our crafting table, we're gonna go ahead and craft some TNT. And what we're gonna use the TNT is to blow up more sand so we can get way more sand, deliver it on the orders, and then make more TNT. We're gonna go right around right here where there's a lot of sand and just place some of the TNT near each other, just like this. And now we're just gonna start lighting the TNT with the pressure plates. So you can see it is lighting. And we just got a ton more sand. So you can see we have like so many stacks of sand now. We can go ahead and deliver the orders to these people right here. Confirm. And then we're gonna do sandstone. Now repeat the process of getting sand and selling it back to buy more gunpowder and to craft TNT. If you really want to, just to craft more TNT, if you have enough. You can see 26 TNT. Okay, it looks like 420 is our highest at the current moment. Okay, so the 420, we're gonna go ahead and toss in the TNT. Deliver. We should get a good amount. 10K, okay. That's actually quite a lot for just a little bit of TNT. Now, do what you will with this. You can either just sell the sand or sell the TNT together. Usually people do it for like around 500 per piece of TNT. So it's a lot more efficient if you get a lot more sand. But yeah, that's it for the 5th money-making method. Let's head on to the 6th. Okay, so for our 6th money-making method, we're going to come over to the Duels area at spawn. You can see right here in this building, there is a Duels NPC. Now, the way Duels works is that if you're very bad at PvP, then you'll be fighting bad players, and if you're very good, then you'll be fighting good players. And we're just gonna go ahead and queue, and hopefully we get a bad player. Now, the way Duels you get good stuff from is that you end up killing people with your crystals or your sword, and you steal all their loot. So this guy's probably about to like absolutely destroy me, maybe. Oh, I killed him! Oh my god, wait, we actually got it. Oh my god, we actually got some loot. I think I blew it all up, but I got a few pieces of loot. Okay, nice. So it works exactly like that. As you guys can see, I did get a diamond helmet from that and a few more totems and gapples. So you guys pretty much just want to grind Duels until you have enough stuff to sell in the auction house. And yeah, let's head on to the 7th method. Alright, so for the 7th method here, we are going to be collecting mud and selling it on the auction house, because mud is primarily used in farms such as sugarcane farms, so that items can go through it into hoppers. So all we want to do here is go ahead and get some glass right here. We're going to go ahead and craft some bottles. As you can see, we got 48 bottles. Now what we're going to do with these bottles is we're going to go ahead and grab some water from the river. I can just go like, okay, that's maybe too much bottles, but anyways. We got a lot of bottles now. And what we're going to do with these bottles is we're going to just right click on dirt. Just like this. And we're just going to do this for every single piece of dirt. Alright, boom. You can see that all of the dirt has been turned into mud. Now all we want to do is just mine all this mud. Okay, this guy took my mud, which isn't very kind. But anyways, we're going to mine all this mud right here. We got 31. Now ideally you want to have it in stacks of 16. So I'm going to go ahead and just mine one more piece of dirt. And boom, now that we got 32 mud, I'm going to go ahead and sell it for 15k. Because stacks of 16 usually go for 5 to 10k. So I'm going to go ahead and sell this for 15, no, I'll do 14.9k. Boom, just like that. Now you just want to repeat that method over and over. And just keep selling mud. On to the next method. Alright, so for our 8th money-making method, we're going to be building an automatic sugarcane farm. And sugarcane actually sells for a pretty good amount, so it's actually pretty underrated compared to all the other methods that I've shown in this video. So I'm gonna go ahead and flatten this area out just a little bit. Okay, so the way you build the sugarcane farm is first you need observers. They're not that expensive. I'm going to buy 4 of these. I'm gonna buy some of these. We need some redstone. Got some redstone here. And now the last thing we need is some sugarcane. Now you could have hoppers and chests underneath it, but if you're someone like me who's actually kind of broke with only $1 million, then you don't really have to put hoppers. You can just collect it yourself if you AFK at your base. So the first thing you want to do is just make a layer, just like this. You add pistons just like this. You add observers on the back side like this. Now I only have 4, so we're gonna actually remove this part right here. So you can see just like this. Now you want to actually break the grass right here. Put water right there. Perfect, just like that. Go back over like this. Plant your sugarcane here. Come to the back. Go like this. And it should work just like that. Just by making this little contraption right here. You can just make it however long you want in your base, or anywhere really. Anyways, on to method number 9. Alright, so for our second to last money making method here, you want to find a biome just like this dark oak one. It can either be dark oak, or jungle, or spruce. Any of the biomes that have these big 2x2 trees right here. And all you want to do is just mine the entire tree down, just like this, and then sell either the logs or the individual planks on the auction house for tons of money. Alright, so you can see we have around a stack of logs now. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this for around 15,000. Now a stack, you could see it only took me like 1.5 trees to get this. So let's go ahead and sell this for 14.99k like this, and boom, and let's hopefully that sells soon. And boom, you can see this guy just bought the logs. On to the last method. Alright, so for the final method, what you want to do first is go to /shop, come over here to the shard shop, and buy a spider spawner. If you don't have enough shards for it, go to the AFK area and AFK in order to get enough shards. So we're gonna go ahead and buy a spider spawner, just like that. Then we're gonna go ahead and RTP and try and find some bamboo. If you can't find bamboo, don't worry, because you can just purchase it from the auction house. Now that you have your spider spawner and the bamboo, you just want to place the bamboo on the floor just like this and wait for it to grow. Then place the spider spawner and wait for it to collect string. Now that you got some string from the spider spawner, you just want to craft some scaffolding. Now that I have 8 scaffolding, I just want to repeat this method over and over until I get a stack. Now that you got your stack of scaffolding, you can sell it for around 30k on the auction house. I'm gonna go ahead and sell it for 25.5k, and this should sell almost instantly. And there you go, you can see my scaffolding is sold. So what was the best money making method? Well, it depends on what you prefer. If you're lazy, you can do the shulker box selling method. If you're good at PvP, you can play the duels and get tons of loot and money from that. But if you're not good at PvP, you can just build a farm. But the best money making method, just AFK for shards.